Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Decided to get one last race in for the first week of the season. We are running SK Modified
Pit
Fixed
lane speed
Series
limit
here
is
at
30
Langley
miles per
Speedway.
hour. Pit exit is clear. We've got
I know I'm
2
trying
laps.
to
Let's get this done.
improve my safety rating, however I think this is probably not the best idea, but decided last minute to run it. So SKs typically aren't the cleanest class, so getting 40 laps green or clean is going to be pretty tough, especially because I have not literally ran this car at all. This is the very first lap I am turning on it this season, but I'm just going to try to do the best that I can with it and see what I can learn, see if I can run somewhere and just avoid wrecks and try to move my way up.
You're currently 128 off the leader's pace.
Here we're quite a bit off.
155.
Hopefully trying to turn a better lap this time so that we can get a little bit of a better starting spot. And you can see we managed to move up 7th. So at least we're starting on the inside. Obviously way off the pace, don't even know where we're at lap time wise. Gonna change the steering ratio up to, we're gonna do 12 to 1. Brake bias all the way back. Like tapping out a little bit. Going to take force feedback off. Kind of something I've been bouncing back and forth, and I feel like I'm on pavement ovals a little better without it. So yeah, about 2/10 off car number 2, so we've got to gain quite a bit. At least got to pick up a spot off the start if net 2 with 13 cars in there. So hopefully we can get on the inside of the 1. I would expect the 1 to be moving up pretty well. So we'll just see what we can do if we can get on the inside. Hopefully not have people shoving us out of the way and just try to run. 40 laps should go fairly quick.
That's the end of the session.
Hopefully can
P7.
keep it clean, get a 0x out of it, try to at least get something out of the safety rating to get it back up. Bristol, between the trucks and Xfinity Fixed Series, has just destroyed my safety rating. So hopefully we can do what we can. Gonna get gridded up now. Get the car fired up. Pull up session best lap. Not sure how quickly we'll be able to run being in the middle of traffic the entire time, but yeah, just gonna do what we can. I enjoy running this class. I really sucked at it the last probably 4 or 5 weeks of the last season, the 3rd season, but I still enjoy doing it. May try to run it, you know, on and off throughout the season as I have time, and may try to build setups for the open side of it too. But yeah, this is more of the track that I think it fits better. The smaller, flatter tracks where, you know, you're not just almost wide open the entire time. You've got some odd throttle time. That's where I enjoy driving it more. So, but if you have not watched the previous video, B-Class Xfinity Series Fix, you definitely go watch that. It took me 3 attempts to finally get to a checkered flag.
P7.
Just a ton of up and down in that race. So just, I don't want to spoil anything. Definitely go check it out if you have not already seen it. It's interesting for sure.
We
So
need to follow car number
gonna get
3
ready to roll
in the
off
inside
here.
column.
Gonna start on the inside. Gonna uncheck tires just in case we happen to have to use the fast repair for some reason. I'm literally preparing myself for anything given how this week is gone. Although the last time I ran a D-Class series race, which is the Arc, Kansas, we were actually able to keep that clean. We had some damage, but able to run all the laps and get a decent finish out of it. So maybe it's just the C-Class ones that we've been C and B-Class ones that we've been struggling with. So I'm gonna see what we can do. Don't think I really have anything pace-wise for everybody. I'm trying to learn as much as I can throughout the race and pick up whatever spots I can. Hopefully guys will be spinning it off the corners or doing something and we can just avoid it and try to get to a top 5 out of it. That's gonna be the goal, is just get the top 5 if we can. Honestly, if we can just maintain our starting position or pick up 1, that would be good too. But gonna try to shoot the top 5. Don't think top 3 is gonna happen, but gonna do the best we can. I get ready to start here this time off of 4. Pace car should be in shortly. Gonna try to watch for the leader to get as best of a jump as we can.
Get ready, mate. Green, green, green.
Already got some 4X, unfortunately, with guys checking up. Kind of missed the shift a little bit. You can see the 1 come all the way down on the 3. Leader goes around in the middle of 1 and 2, so that allows us to pick up that spot like we thought. We should be able to get into 5th if we can clear the 1 on the inside. Try to not lose it. We're able to get by the 1. Fortunately, not going to have the 0x that I wanted, but thankfully with it being early on, we should be able to run all the laps hopefully clean and not have any problems. Just going to try to work our way around. Try to not beat up the right front too bad so that we don't fall off.
06.
Got to take a little bit of a wider arc, I think, into one to kind of reduce the pressure that I put on the right front, but also trying to defend the inside if the one gets back to us, so kind of okay with sitting right where I am. Fifth would be just fine, especially considering I did not run any practice laps at all, but we're going to see. You can kind of use the apron a little bit to try to rotate the car, but I don't think I want to start doing that until back half of the race, honestly. So one's definitely getting back to us. Got a gap behind him back to the 12, so if he happens to get by us, it's not the biggest deal. Three's definitely pulling away. So just trying to do the best that we can, see if we can pick up some time, drive a little bit faster, see if we can pull away from the one at all. Three's trying to look to the inside of the 5, not sure what's going to happen, so we'll have to keep an eye out in case he tries to try to execute a pass and or if there's contact. Got a slower car up here that we're coming up to, so we'll see how that causes everybody to run. Looks like he's trying to get high to let everybody, but kind of pinching them down, so could pose some problems. We'll just have to keep an eye when we get closer to him to see what happens. One's kind of falling back and then making a run, so I'm just going to watch it. Looks like this is 13 on the outside, so we're going to try to get by him as cleanly as we can, not have any problems. Going to keep it down low. Almost had a shot to look to the inside of the 3, but was more concerned with getting by the 13. Kind of lose it there off of 4. Thankfully, 1 was not able to capitalize on it, so that 13 kind of stalled everybody to back up, so allowed us to get back closer to the 3. Would expect to see the 5 and the 3 start pulling away from us again. We'll try to run clean and see if we can pull away from the 1 as well.
120.
See, we're definitely closing in on the 3. Hopefully I'm not pushing it too hard, too early, burning up the right front. Getting by the 3 is going to be pretty tough. We're going to have to try to get to the inside kind of like this. He's going to stay high. We're going to try to keep it off him, see if we can get the run on the inside, see if we can get ourselves up to 4th. Hopefully be able to complete the pass off of turn 4 down the front stretch. And we are able to get by him, so we'll watch for the crossover. Thankfully able to avoid that.
135.
Gonna get the 1. Hopefully the 1 and the 3 will have a battle now, and that'll allow us to pull away. Not sure if we have anything for the 5. Looks like he was pulling away from the 3, so we'll see if we can actually close up on the 5 at all. We were actually able to turn a little bit of a faster lap time, so not sure where that puts us in relation to the fast cars, if we're close on time or if they're getting faster as well. So let's see, we're already 12 down, so just under a third of the way done. These races tend to go pretty quick, especially with it being a D class and no cautions, so you got to make your moves fairly early, but you also can't afford any mistakes because you have no chance to recover from it if you do. So trying to roll the car into the corner. It looks like the 3's kind of holding up the 1. We're pulling away from them slightly, so hopefully that'll continue to open up and we won't have any pressure from behind. And it looks like we're also closing up on the 5. Don't want to overdrive it, so don't want to roll up the right front as much too much either, so just going to try to do what we can. We've got a slower car up here on the 12 coming up. Try to navigate them as quickly and cleanly as we can.
That was a 0.31.
Definitely closing up on the 5. This is going to slow us down a little bit because we didn't get to take quite a wide arc, so I want to slow the car down a little bit more going into the corner, but able to get by the 12 with no problem. Might be able to get by the 5 for a 3rd place finish, possibly. I don't think we've got anything at all for the front 2. They are gone. Get on the throttle a little too early. That causes us to lose a bunch of time. That's going to allow the 1 and the 3 to close back up, although it looks like the 3's kind of gapped the 1 a little bit. Also allowed the 5 to pull away, so we're just going to have to reset and try to make another run back at him. Right front's definitely wearing out, so I just have to wait a little bit longer before picking up on the throttle out of the corner. So that was my problem there out of 2 a couple laps ago. Trying to do the best that I can to just roll the car around the corner and see if we can pull away from the 3, try to get back to the 5. Just barely tapping the car to try to get it settled in the corner and then letting it roll through much of the corner. Not really using it to stop the car, just kind of seeing if I can transfer a little bit of weight. It's kind of a comfort thing for me as well. probably honestly lift out of the throttle a hair earlier and not use the brake and be okay.
128.
Not really checking splits too much to see where we're at, just kind of trying to focus on running a clean line, hitting the marks, seeing if we can close up on the 5 at all. You can see we're about 0.6 back from him and about 0.3 ahead of the 3, so keep an eye and see if we're able to close down on that gap and pull away from the 3 at all. Get a little too much of the apron there, get loose. It's going to allow the 3 to close back up on us and the 5 to pull away a bit. Probably would have been able to gain a 10th on the 5. Got on the throttle a little too early again. Pushed out. It's going to allow the 3 back close. 5 has a big issue coming out of 4 this time, so if we would have been driving a little cleaner, we probably could have been close to try to close up on him and possibly use that as advantage to make a pass, but gonna keep making a run at it. Thankfully, it seems like as long as we don't make too many mistakes, we are faster than the 3, so keep trying to pull away from him. Let's see, we are 25 down with 15 to go right now. Got a little too much of the apron there. Trying to get back to the 5. We're definitely quicker than him, so I think we've got a shot at 3rd if we can just try to drive clean and then see if we can find a spot to execute a clean pass. Don't want to knock him out of the way at all. We got another slower car coming up here with the 7. We'll see where we catch them and try to get around them as cleanly as we can. Definitely pulling away from the 3. You can see the gap's up to 0.4 now, so trying to do what we can to get away from them and then take a shot at the 5 if we can get it. Kind of going back to tapping the brake a little bit, just more again, this is like a safety rhythm type thing. Gap's holding consistent with the 3 behind and probably holding about consistent with the 5 right now. Lap car may or not change that. Just have to see how we hit the 7 as we're starting to slowly catch the 7 now. Hopefully they go high for us. Looks like they're not going to yet, so we'll see what happens there. Definitely pulling away from the 3, so thankfully no pressure. Looks like the 5 just knocks the 7 out of the way. Not sure if the 7 slowed up in front of him or if the 5 just got tired of it and knocked him out of the way, so helped us get by cleaner. Let's see if we can try to get to the inside of the 5 here going into 3 and try to push them up the track and try to get a run down the front stretch. Trying to stay off of them and do this as cleanly as we can as well. I don't really want any instant points and I don't want to get by somebody that way, so got the inside line now. We're going to try to clear them as best as we can. It can take a couple laps sometimes at this track to get by somebody, so looks like he's going to get freight train, probably get sent behind the 3 and the 4. But we just had to do what we could to get by. Everything was done cleanly, so we know we're faster than 3. We should be able to pull away from him. Have absolutely no shot at the 10. They're just way too far ahead with how many laps we have. We're going to come by with 6 to go, so big goal right now is just to try to drive clean and see if we pull away from the 3 so we can lock down a 3rd place finish. Try to get by these lap cars as cleanly as we can as well, so we have no issues that way. We're definitely faster than the cars behind us, so 3rd place should be where we finish as long as everything runs well and don't have any problems. So I come by with 5 to go this time. Lap car gets out of the way. Thank you to him, that was very kind. And we're able to clear him, so now no problem that way. We should hopefully do the same thing for the cars behind, although part of me isn't going to be angry if he stalls at all because it'll allow us to pull further away. Not sure if he's got a problem with any of the cars behind, because it looks like he's not extending the same courtesy that he did to us. So not sure what happened there, but that allows us to get a fairly big gap. We've got almost a full second, which is nice for only having 3 laps to go. Should allow us to basically run with a bit of a safety buffer. Looks like we were closing in slightly on the 10, so we might have been faster than them. Just, you know, when you're starting back there and you got the traffic to deal with, sometimes that can hold you up. That's why qualifying in these series are so important if you want to try to get good finishes most of the time. Gonna come this time by to get the white flag. This race, with the exception of the start and the the checks ups and the bumping right off the start that got us the 4X, this went about as well as we possibly could have hoped for. So glad to finally get one in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Glad to finally get you guys another good finish. Apparently the key is just to not run series with cautions right now, and I run better. So able to bring it home in 3rd. Really
Great drive
happy
down to the
for
podium.
being able to pick up that much track position in the positions without actually really running any practice at all. So we're gonna park it here, and and now we get a 4X out of the end of it. Great, great. Somebody just runs in the back of us right on the end and gives us a 4X. So that's been how my race is going. Actually, looks like it didn't count it, thankfully. So hopefully, you can see literally nobody out of this race got away without less than a 4X. That's kind of how SKs go. All of these 12s are a lot higher than I'm typically used to seeing. I guess Langley can bring that out. So you can see 95, 95. Pressures are fairly similar. Temps are about the same. So I feel like I drove the right front actually pretty well. We'll have to see how far we are off on lap times, if there was room to push a little bit higher, or if it wasn't too bad. But been struggling, with a lot of the other cars that have been overdriving the right front. So hopefully, I know this is a little bit different. The way it drives is different, but hopefully that's a sign that I can try to keep things a little bit cleaner and kind of learn how to roll car through the center of corners and not load up the right front so bad. So let's take a look at the results, see how we did. Hopefully we see some good progress out of it. You can see this was top split, pretty weak overall, 1669. You can get a couple good splits in this sometimes, but it's a little bit tougher at times. So 15.02 was the fast lap out of the 4 car. We were about a tenth off of that, a little bit over. So actually pretty slow overall. You can see we probably should have been more like a 6th or 7th place car, just able to avoid those wrecks and keep it clean. Maybe not wear off tires quite as much. So able to gain 40 in the iRating. Unfortunately, with the 4X we got off the bat, only able to gain 0.11 on the safety. But anything we can get right now, just more races we can do that quicker. We can get back to that at least getting over 3, if not getting over 4 to try to get a promotion into the A license. So hopefully should be able to hit a couple of those jumps coming up if we keep it clean and get the 0.4 to help us and get a little bit bigger jump, but gonna try to do what we can. So glad to finally get you guys a podium. Hopefully you enjoyed that race. We were nowhere near the 8 and the 10, and even on speed it seems that we didn't have it until the very end, but able to improve pretty well. Happy with that. Not very often, unless there's a ton of chaos that you miss, that you're able to pick up 4 spots off the start in an SK fixed race. Pretty tough to do even in the open series at times. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Remember to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave any comments below, any suggestions, anything you guys want to see, driving tips, whatever. Love to just hear from you guys. Love the support, trying to grow this up as quickly as I can, and glad for all of you that are along for the ride. So stay tuned for the next video, and until next time, hopefully all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.